Yes, chat was going rather wild. I like it. I like it. Okay. Oh, that's right. We just got in here last night. Cool. Got our new zip zap sword. Zip zap. Let's see what we're dealing with. We got to find, I think, Caja in here. Here's this guy.
Yeah? Not now.
So, you come here from Goliath?
Goliath? No. I was exiled to the valley before I came here, but I hid myself in a crate and got brought up in the lift.
You escaped in a crate?
Yeah, those idiots had no idea I was in there. I waited till they were busy with the next one, slipped out, and I was gone.
You got lucky.
That wasn't luck, that was pure skill.
You were lucky.
Yeah, well, maybe I got luck and skill, but what I haven't got is beer. Feel like one?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Murloc.
Well then, follow me.
I want beer. Damn. Hey, Elena, what's up? Attention thieves. Proceed. Who puts toilet paper on the top of the outhouse? Make me jet up there? Rude. I'm good, Lena. Looking forward to getting some more progress in Elex. Hey, Daryl.
Ah, the gift and treasures of travel, for it brings new encounters. So what are you? Merchant, bounty hunter, or a nobody like most people out there?
I am a nope. I was an alb once.
I was an alb once.
And you go around admitting that? And you're still alive? How'd you manage that?
Let's just say it's complicated.
Yeah, I can imagine. You anything to do with these separatists? Why are there so many of you guys coming to the Dome City?
You'll have to ask the Separatists. I'm not one of them.
And I guess that's what I have to do. I was hoping you would have an answer. But as far as I see it, the way we are now, we should get along wonderfully with each other. I mean, otherwise, you wouldn't have even spoken to me, right?
How do people live here?
Here, smoke one with me, before you start bombarding me with questions, yeah? I have the best stuff here.
What do you have to offer?
Troll dung, rat scab, it's all first-class stuff. Snort it, smoke it, either way. You'll never forget the experience.
Forget it.
Well, that's your choice.
What?
From time to time, you need to open a door in your head and look inside, right?
I wanted to snort
But
it and
if you
smoke
won't,
it.
Then all the more for me. That done, let's get into the real business.
Man. What business?
What business?
Real business.
Duck SC, thank you, bud.
Proper opportunity. You see, the clerics have had this city under their control for years. And the Duke thinks they're
troll
planning
dung,
to
man.
take control everywhere, sooner or later. And he thinks the Dome City could be the starting point for their military campaign. So, my job is to find out if he's right. If there is something brewing that could be dangerous for us in Tavern.
What information have you gathered about the clerics?
Pretty much nothing so far. They've not been very loose-lipped around me. I must sorta stand out.
So, you want me to be your spy?
I want you to find out information. Now I can see in your eyes that you haven't fallen for the cleric's tricks. You aren't simple enough to believe every piece of troll shit you're fed.
Hey, thank you to Fury. I very much appreciate that. Glad you enjoyed the Fallout extravaganza. What do you expect from me?
What do you expect from me?
All that you have to do is get some answers out of somebody, and I've even got the guy
Alright, Cloud.
lined up ready for you. His name is Lutz. He's one of Alois's technicians. As far as I know, he's trying to re-establish communications with the other clerics in Ignadon, while Alois will tell you the clerics here are neutral, separate from the ones in the Horde. Go and grill Lutz. Find out if there'll be an offensive soon. Do that, then come back to me as soon as you have any useful information.
So, what do you think? Should we get involved here?
Don't worry, there's no getting involved. You shouldn't have any trouble finding something out.
JFK with the T271. Why can't a nose be 12 inches long? Because then it would be a foot. Don't work against the clerics.
I won't work against the clerics.
Against is such an ugly word. Let's just say you're working for filling your pockets with shards. That sounds much better.
It does. Okay.
I'm thinking about it.
It does.
Good. And while you're thinking about it, imagine what you can spend the shards on.
Okay. Where can I find him?
Where can I find Lutz?
If he's not on a call, then he's usually working maintenance on one of the generators. Just walk along the battlement path up at the top. It can't be far.
Why do you think that these technicians will know about the cleric's plans?
Because he's the guy that maintains all the communications equipment.
Fair.
He must have heard something from the comms. And he's more likely to talk than anyone further up the chain. I want to know what he's heard. I need to know what he knows.
Do I have to be here later for the huge away? No, you don't. You can enter the huge away right now. And then I will draw the huge away at some point this evening. In fact, I may draw it in like 30 minutes. So you should enter right now at co.tv/hugeaway. Right, meow.
Are you here to seek shelter or to cause problems? This area is a sanctuary for refugees. There's nothing here for reavers, recruiters, or troublemakers.
I'm here for both. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Have I done something to piss you off?
Call it experience, but those in need and those willing to help don't normally question my motives.
You're a berserker. Is Adan trying to conquer Abessa?
I don't answer to Adan. And these people belong to no faction. They belong only to themselves. I stand as their protector against anyone who would force them to do otherwise. My only connection to Adan is my magic. I wish it was more, but wishes don't make things so.
Have you been exiled from Goliath?
Exiled? No. There are those in Adan who want to use my magic for their own purposes. Ever since my power started to grow, they changed me. Their mana changed me, and that change just won't stop. I'm becoming stronger and stronger. It is terrifying.
What?
If that's true, why don't you use your power?
I do, I have. But sometimes it overwhelms me. That's why I fight alone. If I lose control of a spell, there's a chance I could kill anyone and everyone
Yo,
around
we gotta
me.
bring this girl with us.
The warlords wanted to test me. Try my powers, to harness them. Now I need to find a solution myself. But to do that, I need to study the properties of Elex, to learn more about it.
What brought you out here?
This is a place away from the war. A place people can make up their minds without being pressured to join one of the factions. If the people here wanted to join a faction, they would have. But some people aren't ready for that. Or they've been cast out. They have to go somewhere.
So there's no faction in charge here?
Well, the clerics keep order, but it's not like the Hort where entry means you have to join them. Here you can forget about factions.
Oh, this is gonna go over well.
Are you always so edgy?
You know you wouldn't need to diffuse things if you didn't get people wound up in the first place. Damn, this is like being back in Goliath all over again.
Dominion, 7 years, still loving the good vibes. Need to get together in another MMO, maybe another round of EQ. Dominions! First of all, thank you for the 7 years. Second of all, yes, I'm hoping the rule set in May looks good. We'll have to see. But yeah, thank you so much, buddy. Really do appreciate it. Did you see that there were more Cyberpunk patch 1.5 leaks that include new artwork? I keep hearing more and more about Cyberpunk patches and rumors and stuff like that, but I don't know. I'm gonna wait to hear it from the source before I start getting excited about anything. But oh god, nope. Y'all know my stance on it. I really hope that it's something big and meaningful and girthy. Yep.
I could use someone like you.
Use? There's a word I've heard too much. Well, count me out. I'm not interested in being used.
I could help you.
What do you know of what I need? What do you know of how to help me? Elex marks people. Mana, chems, exposure from food tainted by it. It stays with people. You have its mark on you. You're different somehow. What is it about you?
I took Elex in the past. Is that what you're seeing? Or is there something else?
Took it? You were fed it. You were an Alb soldier. Well, it seems we have something in common. We've both been fed Elex in one form or another. It's changed us, and neither of us know what that means we are now.
What do you think? My offer still stands.
And what exactly is it that you're planning?
I am going to end this war by taking the fight to the Elexitors. And I'm trying to put together a group skilled enough to win that fight.
And you think I'll take part in this?
In return, I will help your quest to find the Elex you're searching for. Then you can improve your magical abilities. You said yourself, the longer you are here, the more you fear your powers will overwhelm you. The longer you stay here, the more danger you put these people in. If you really want to protect them.
Petri, what kind of game you looking for?
Even if that's true, why should I leave
FPS
with you?
RPG?
I was an alb. I know Elex and I know magic. I know the impulses that follow you even during sleep. I know the nightmares and the problems of trying to control power that really wants to control you. And I know what it's like when all that is taken from you.
Okay.
We can help each other.
And it's not like I have other options. Not in the long term. You're right. I'm hiding from it here. I need to get out there and find a real solution. I'll wait by the main gate, and we'll see if your actions can match your words. You should stock up here before we go.
I will meet you by the gate.
Just don't keep me waiting, or you might find I change my mind.
We got our girl. I've never been into a single player type games, but I got to expand my games into just League and WoW.
Yes, you can say that, but we need more food first.
But you could do like Witcher 3. That's always fun.
Yes,
You could play the new God of War on PC. That one's badass. I probably wouldn't start you in a game like this. You'd probably want something a little bit more mainstream. If you really want like a hardcore RPG, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh, hey, tell me this. Petri, do you have Prime? Because if so, go try Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That game is awesome. It's a lot of fun. And it's free. You can get it for free. So you can play it for free and you can see if you like it. Yep. I definitely recommend that one. Don't start with Pathfinder in any way, shape, or form as your first CRPG. Play Pillars of Divinity first. Well, I mean, I wouldn't like say super against it, but it is one of the more complex ones. Yeah. Casual fragmentation rockets. Did you like the Shadow of War or too visceral for Twitch? Shadow of War was fine. I had some issues with Shadow of War, but they weren't because it was too visceral. Valaire, sounds like a plan. Oh yeah, Mass Effect is good. It's a great like starting RPG game for sure. Yeah, Vit Malice, I agree. Kind of Metroidy in that respect. Hey Xana, how you doing tonight? Dave. Hey Devs. Hey Devs. Hi
You
Devs.
should think about leaving.
What? Oh, I'm leaving. I'm out. We good. We good. Okay, I got Caja. Can I go in here?
Hey, you.
Let me guess. I'm not allowed into the upper quarter?
What? No, everyone's allowed to move about freely here. I just have a question for you. You got here recently, right? I just want to know what things are like outside the dome. What's going on out there? Are the Albs attacking?
There are raids, but there have been no major assaults recently.
I'm sure that's just the calm before the storm. I just hope the dome holds.
Hey,
There's a lot of people
going great.
depending on this dome of mine, so they pass us by like a river around a rock. Kalan gave us the knowledge,
Hey,
and now
Jaeger-Con.
look what we've achieved. A safe harbor for all people. The clerics and Ignidons say we've strayed. I say we've found the true path.
Mike, I have not done it myself, but I have heard very good things, and I saw multiple people doing, especially especially the Shadow Warrior 2 playthrough, that said it was great in co-op. Yeah, so I can't give you a personal recommendation, but I've heard it's a good time.
You built the dome?
I designed the plans for it, then we built it together. My name is Eric, by the way. Chief engineer here in the dome. I'm in charge of all the generators and technicians who oversee them.
Why don't the clerics have a dome like this in Igniton?
The dome requires immense amounts of energy, and the fluctuations in it have to be constantly balanced. The technology is complex. That means there's no way to cover the Hort with a shield like this. Besides, the cliffs around Hort give it a natural protection.
Hey, Ko, what changed your mind about vampire survival? Because I have a single day between Shadow Warrior 2, or between today and my next planned game, which is Waylanders. And I was expecting Shadow Warrior 2 to last today and tomorrow, but unfortunately it didn't. So I basically needed a game that I could just pick up and put down. And I feel like that vampire game is kind of perfect. I have an ID for you.
I have a forged ID for you.
Are you trying to get me angry? Let me guess. Gregor, the dome guard, sent you. I told him 1,000 times I'm not responsible for these things. Alois is the city's supervisor. You should report such matters to him. Go on, go and play Gregor's messenger boy.
Ouch. You took a side in the Abessa conflict? Oh, okay.
I will take the ID to Alois.
Ah, no.
Yeah,
it's
exactly,
all right,
Mr.
it's all
Tiggles.
right. Just give it here. I'll take care of it. Shit, I'm sorry I bit your head off. It's just, I've got enough to deal with without getting bogged down in the petty stuff. But Gregor keeps sending me every task he comes across. If there's trouble with the generators or the dome, then I'm your man. I have enough to deal with without counterfeit passes or toilet breaks for guards or shortages of hinges in the West Quarter. Still, that's not your problem. Thank you for bringing me the pass. Please take your reward for honorable service to the dome. I'll check to see who this ID was customized for. Then a suggester can take care of the rest. Deceit like this can only lead us to uncovering a greater lie.
Oh, if you were a sandwich, what kind of sandwich would you be? I'd be a hot dog. And then I'd eat myself. I'd be delicious. Lather myself in mustard. Can the dome survive an alb attack?
Can this dome survive an alb attack?
Of course. Why do you think we built it? As long as we can maintain a constant energy flow, then they can't get in. Unfortunately, achieving that isn't so easy. Some of the energy regulators are starting to malfunction again.
Sir Bertzgedraken, I am done with Expedition Rome. I gave it about 20 hours, and I already did a stream where I did it specifically so people could get the end of their drop. So I'm sorry. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your time. But that window's closed. Yeah. I am sorry. I gave it almost 20 hours. I tried to get as many people drops as I could. Yep.
Malfunctioning energy regulators sound dangerous.
Of course they are. Outside of frying yourself if you try to adjust them. If we were attacked right now, the whole dome would go critical.
I'll make your dome go critical. Let's see. Okay.
About the broken energy regulators. I will help you with the energy regulators.
I wanted to do it myself, but do you really think you could handle it? I thought you berserkers didn't want anything to do with technology.
Do you want my help?
Cause outweighs the means, huh? Well, you help me and maybe I'll plant some trees later in your honor. I have the energy regulator here. Please, take it to Lutz and help him to install it. Come back to me when you're done.
Let's go get Caja. Didn't she say she was gonna like wait out front or something? What did she say she was gonna do? Let's see. It's Ray. Oh. Wait, what? I didn't get all of these? Okay. There it is. So you're playing Wasteland 3, currently playing through Divinity 2. After 40 hours, I'm losing momentum. I sink hours into it, but nothing really happens. Yeah, sometimes, you know, in RPGs, you get to that point. Especially really big RPGs like Divinity or Pathfinder or even Wasteland 3. The best thing you can do in those cases is just kind of start laser focusing on the main quest. And a lot of times that will start getting things in order. Another thing to remember is like the main quest of even Divinity is not super long. So, you know, if you're putting time in and working towards it, you are getting somewhere, even if it doesn't feel like it. But you're not wrong. I mean, you're not wrong. So, yeah. Human Zero says, can I suggest you Atom RPG? Sure, go ahead. It's a Russian Fallout 1 and 2. Ah, that's a good sell. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Have you ever played Outward? Yes. 4 times. I like Outward. Elex or Outward? Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. So, Elex has more jank, but I feel like it has more content. Like, Outward is super cool, but I have to say that like 60 to 70% of your Outward playthrough is going to be running through maps that are relatively devoid of anything interesting. So that's one thing that one of the biggest issues with Outward was that there's like 3 big maps, and they all have like dungeons in them, and the dungeons and stuff are super cool, and the cities are super cool, and the stories are fun and everything, but running around on the big maps is boring. It's just boring. It's just you and enemies. There's barely anything on them. There's no like random loot and random little thing. Like it's they could have done that so much better. They could have done that so much better. And I'm kind of hoping if they make an Outward 2, which I hope they are, that they really improve on that part of it. But the maps themselves, like the traversal maps were super boring, but then the dungeons and stuff were awesome. And especially like the DLC dungeons, they did this super cool thing where like all these different dungeons like connect via like this underground monorail, and that was super cool. And yeah, a lot of really cool parts to it. But I will say the world of Elex is a lot better. The mechanics of Outward are better, but the world of Elex is a lot better. Yeah. How do you feel about the Stream Deck? I don't have mine yet. I ordered one, but it's not here yet, so I can't really comment on it.
What kept you?
I'm here now.
So you are. And are you planning on telling me where you've set up camp or what comes next? Or do I have to wait for that too?
Okay, I'll tell you what's happened so far.
Oh God, what have we done?
You've done a lot, but you still have got a lot of work ahead of you. Or we have.
And we're not going to get where we need to without a jetpack.
Don't worry, I know how to use one of those. I'll keep up with you. Now can we talk about my problem? There's just one more thing.
Yes?
Why did you choose to join the Berserkers?
To begin with, it seemed like...
Duris likes that. I bet he does.
But that isn't everything.
My own people tried to kill me. I want to find answers, and joining a faction has to help me find them.
I hope you're not just doing this for your own personal reasons.
You said you wanted to study the properties of Elex. How will you do that?
I can feel the presence of Elex. Mostly where it's present in great quantities.
Like the converter?
You don't need any special powers to feel the Elex there. No, I'm talking about unrefined Elex. When it's raw, latent. I can learn more from it when it hasn't been altered. I want to explore Magalan and look for some large deposits of unrefined Elex.
What? 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 Deposits? I thought Elex arrived with the comet.
You're right. Part of its power is that it isn't from here. I want to discover how it is spread across Magalan. But when it is processed by the Alps, the Elex changes. It becomes polarized. The transmuted form that the Berserkers get from their mana shrine changes it in similar ways. That keeps some of its power, but it's the Elex that came with the comet that I want to learn more about. I feel that there are secrets to learn about it. To understand those secrets, I need it untouched, pure Elex.
How do you want to find these large Elex deposits?
When the comet impact spread Elex across Magalan, it found its way everywhere. Into the seas, the rock, the air we breathe. But it is collected and concentrated in some places. I have felt the vibrations, the presence of these deposits. I want to track them down and examine them.
Okay, where?
Where can you find
Said this like 3 times.
Elex?
The first
Hey,
deposit
CohhCarnage.
I'd like to investigate is north of the city of Abessa.
There we go.
I can show you.
If it's so close, why hasn't anyone else found it?
I don't know. Maybe because nobody can feel Elex like I can.
Your senses are better than Alp technology.
Come with me and find out.
Okay.
All right, show me the way.
It's not far from the city. Follow me. There is a vast amount of Elex flowing into the sea. It washes out of the cliffs and the ground, and it flows out across the planet. Elex is everywhere.
But you still think we need to find concentrations of it?
Yes, from the moment the comet struck, Elex has been seeping into everything on Magalan. That makes the background noise from it hard to read. If I'm to learn more, we must follow those mutants to find where the Elex is coming from. We know where we have to go. I'll follow you this time. That was great. I'm better at sensing Elex than any person I know. But there are mutants with the same ability. You should be careful in case the Elex deposit has attracted them.
Of course. Come on. On down, y'all. Jesus. Ow. Ooh. There we go. Wow, that was a big one.